Welcome to my talk. This is an exploration of how childhood environments influence our creative evolution. This study explores how childhood creative play can shape professional digital artistry, drawing from personal experiences, like imaginative backyard play, and evolving into advanced 3D rendering and NFT creation. It introduces a new pedagogical approach called the generative path. By combining generative art, pattern recognition, and spatial awareness, the research shows how early environments foster creative growth. Using both personal narrative and digital outcome analysis, it builds a framework connecting unstructured play to sophisticated digital practices. Ultimately, it offers practical insights for educators and artists to bridge instinctive creativity with professional methodologies. Art education often struggles to connect the raw, instinctive creativity we have as children with the structured techniques we learn later. This study offers a unique lens on that challenge. It shows how early imaginative play, like the kind that happens in a backyard, can become the foundation for advanced artistic methods. By tracing a journey from playful childhood experiences to professional 3D digital art, we build a framework that helps us understand, nurture, and teach creativity in a more meaningful way. As a child, our small 50-square-meter backyard became a vast world of imagination. The pomegranate tree stood like an ancient guardian, while the fig tree swayed like a brave warrior in motion. Oleander shrubs transformed into dense forests, rich with untold stories. This natural, unstructured environment was more than play. It was a foundation for spatial awareness and creative growth, as recent research also confirms. These patterns and mosaics influenced my first ventures into pattern recognition and composition. You can find many examples of these kind of common things around us when we are so young. These patterns will shape memories that we will carry to our next ages as a background thoughts. The transition into digital wasn't just technical. It was intuitive, spatial, and emotionally familiar. You can see here how the environmental understanding can shape the future artist vision. The left picture is a sample of past memory, and the right one is the computer-generated render. Here, I began layering elements and compositions, informed by childhood eye-level perspectives. Another render sample from the memories of dandelion we could find in our yards, but in a kid-eye perspective. Figure 8 example of the different perspective selection, leveled with a kid-eye perspective, procedural design example. This NFT success story proves that foundational artistic experiences have value in today's digital economy. I was one of the many who found their way to show their creativity and skills through this path, gained success, and was able to get impression. More than 7,200 editions sold in a collection by almost 250 collectors across the world. The collection overview on Tezos blockchain. One key study that supports this work is by Thompson and Patel, published in 2023. Their longitudinal research focused on how early exposure to pattern recognition, like noticing shapes, rhythms, or visual arrangements, can significantly boost creative thinking later in life. They found a strong connection between the kinds of patterns children explore in play and their future ability to solve problems visually, design creatively, and think in abstract terms. This directly aligns with my own journey, from arranging natural objects in a backyard to composing digital artworks in 3D environments. Their findings give scientific weight to the idea that creativity isn't just a gift. It's something shaped early through experience. And by understanding that, we can build more effective ways to teach and inspire future artists. Childhood marbles turned into NFT pieces. These tools were the enablers. They brought childhood instincts into high-end rendering environments. Generative art is a creative process where artists use algorithms, rules, or systems to introduce controlled randomness into their work. Rather than designing every detail by hand, the artist builds a framework, or using code or procedural tools that produces variations and patterns. This approach mirrors natural processes. These are the first design steps: organic patterns, random yet constrained scaling. The creation is starting from here by making patterns and coloring them. With depth, ratio, and atmospheric effects, simple forms gain professional and emotional weight. Final render from mixing those patterns in Cinema 4D and Octane Renderer. What we can do in terms of the creativity to mix shapes and color, meaning, contrasts, and evaluation. This example blends narrative into form. Snow, city buildings, streets, and night evoke emotion. The educational model I propose translates personal creative development into a structured, accessible learning path. It begins with reflection, using journaling to connect early memories to artistic instincts. Then, students are introduced to generative art tools and guided through hands-on practice. The program emphasizes storytelling in visual form and teaches how to build a cohesive collection of work. Finally, learners are encouraged to reflect on their growth and apply these methods in future creative contexts. It's a modular journey that links memory to mastery. The takeaway is empowerment. Anyone with memories and curiosity can build compelling generative art. I hope this inspired you to revisit your own childhood environments as fertile artistic ground.